I saw Harold and the Purple Crayon in theaters the other day, and I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. Such a great movie. Go see it. Read Harold and the Purple Crayon first if you can, so you know what you're appreciating and why it's so great. But oh my gosh, love this movie. I'm a huge Harold and the Purple Crayon fan, which is actually a reason why I wasn't sure if I was going to love the movie. When you're such a fan of the book, you don't know if the movie's going to do it justice or not. And the previews had me both excited and a little concerned, but I'll get to that in a second. I'll tell you first my very favorite part, Porcupine. Porcupine was amazing. She was so cute, both the cartoon and live action, and it fit so well that her voice fit the cartoon so well. But oh my gosh, she was so cute, like one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. I guess I've never seen her in a movie before. Tanya Reynolds, I think, is the actor. And she was amazing. Like, Porcupine is one of my favorite characters ever from this movie. I love Porcupine from the book, but it's kind of a brief, brief appearance in the book. And she had so many scenes and so much to do in the movie. It was really great. Like, she had, well, I won't spoil anything, but it was just great. Um, I was concerned about the movie a little bit. I'm a huge Harold and the Purple Crayon fan. So yeah, thank you, Porcupine. You were amazing. Everybody was amazing. It was great, but you just stood out to me. Maybe just because I have a crush on you, but like, it stood out to me how fantastic you were every time you or the Porcupine were on screen. So I'm a huge Harold and the Purple Crayon fan. This is my copy of the book from when I was a kid, and uh, there's an inscription in there too. So anyway, I love Harold and Purple Crayon. It was my very favorite book as a kid, and since then I've collected a couple of other Harold and Purple Crayons. Recently, actually, I got these at the old Crow antique store, and I have to admit that Harold and the Purple Crayon probably inspired some of the first story, which you can read for free when you look up Puffin's Magic Dragon Fairy Tales online. You can read the first story for free, and it probably inspired that first story. So, love Harold and Purple Crayon, and that's one reason I was a little bit like, oh, are they going to do it justice, or how can it possibly be good, or why is Harold not a tiny little child, And for movie reasons, maybe, and or just to tell the story they wanted to tell, it works better for him to be more of an adult or look like an adult, something like that. But it was fantastic. He kind of looks in the animated version. He kind of looks like the man with the yellow hat without the yellow hat. But anyway, I wasn't too sure about the character, but I loved him. He's played such a good Harold. I've seen him in things before, and uh, just didn't realize that. Oh, maybe he was born to play Harold. Like, he was fantastic as Harold. So it was great. They really made it real, and the imagination came to life. I guess if I had to make it, like, Moose was great too. Zoe Deschanel, or whichever Deschanel it was fantastic, and the kid in it was fantastic too. So all the actors, and the bad guy was a great character, funny, and all the characters were good. But if I did have one complaint, it was they didn't quite use the magic enough. And that's fine. It wasn't like you missed it, but there could have been more like purple crayoning. But I did get a Harold and Purple Crayon drawing thing, and so you can draw your own Harold and the Purple Crayon art and make more magic yourself. But the message of it was great. Honoring Crockett Johnson in the way they did was great. Just the philosophy, just all of it, the magic, the message, the mysticism, the meaning of it was all fantastic. So thank you so much, everybody who made Harold and the Purple Crayon. Love you guys so much, and thanks for bringing Harold and the Purple Crayon alive for new generations and more generations that for somehow missed this wonderful book. But please check out the book before or after you see the movie.